Today's show is made possible by True Classic, making us look good and feel good no matter what we're wearing. True Classic has you covered. 25% off when you go to trueclassic.com/chatsports. A super thanks to begin from Richard Robinson. Emmett got 168 yards with a separated shoulder. Tank said the team was tired versus Green Bay. The 90s players and coaches give a damn, but this team seems to only care about podcasts, Instagram, and contracts. Hopefully Zimmer can bring some toughness back. By the way, every team plays the same number of games, no excuses. That was an excuse from Tank, and frankly, I don't even think he believed it. That was I don't want to say what I want to say, so I'm just going to make something up because I'll get in trouble if I say what I want to say. But I agree. Zimmer can be a bit of a hard you-know-what. Maybe that's a good thing for several players on this team. Getting pushed and challenged might make them even better. Now, we will count that $10 super thanks as part of our February super chat menu. Every $10 super chat or super thanks gets you a Bob Lilly signed mini helmet raffle entry, end of the month. 50, you go in the Cowboys beer bong of honor. I'll do a beer bong out of it. And it will put your name on the beer bong as well, with a little Cowboy Star sticker on there. The most 50s gets you a custom jersey in the month of February. That's for the most 50s. You can take it right now. Mighty Ant, a super thanks. Did Vrabel get any head coach interviews this offseason? I believe he interviewed with the Falcons, interviewed with the Panthers and Chargers. I think if the Chargers hadn't landed Harbaugh, that might have been the spot for him. Falcons, Panthers, not sure those parties agreed because it's tough to also go with the head coach of the OC you just fired, you know? But he'll be available next offseason. Mighty Ants, again, a super thanks. What offensive linemen that are starting caliber are free agents if we can't get our guy in the first? P.S. I want Frankie, Luvu and Denico Autry. Two great names on defense, by the way. The issue with the free agency part is this. You got to decide before the draft. The starting caliber free agents all get bags. We are mad about the way Terrence Steele played. If he had reached free agency and played the way he did previously, obviously this would have kind of negatively impacted it, he would have gotten more money. Like Jonah Williams is like an okay player who I'm not sure is better than Steele. He's going to get like top 5 tackle money probably. Like there's such a dearth of good offensive line play, it becomes highly, highly expensive. So name a player, offense, defense, expensive, cheap, whatever, who you want to sign in NFL free agency. It's the pinned comment on today's video. So if the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. From Jeffrey, what are some safety targets in this year's draft, maybe round 2 or 3, as a Jayron Kearse replacement, and how much is the trade value on Brian Burns? The tag and trade for Burns, he's a free agent, by the way, I think he's going to get tagged at minimum, is going to be at least a first. And that's going to be the cost. That's very expensive, and maybe too much so for Carolina, or for the Cowboys in particular. Kearse replacement, you just put Marquise Bell back there again, put him at safety. That might fix some things. Tyler Newman out of Minnesota, more of a deep safety. James Williams out of Miami, Florida, is a Jayron Kearse type player. Like similar frames and everything. I think he's going to be a commander, though. Ecuador man AOG, can Zim get to Danielle Hunter? I would love to get Hunter on this team. He is consistently productive and impactful. I suspect he's going to end up demanding a little bit more on the open market than what the Cowboys are comfortable doing. But of the players linked to Mike Zimmer, I think that is the best option out there for the Cowboys. Now, today's show is made possible by True Classic. They're making us fellas look good no matter how we move. Get rid of your old workout tees with the sweat stains and holes and other stuff, and use True Classic's ultra-comfortable, stretchy activewear. If your t-shirt smells like a workout, probably not a good thing. True Classic is made with stank-free, moisture-wicking technology, so you can do all things in comfort. Treadmill, going to the gym, maybe just the old beer run. As long as you're moving, True Classic has the gear for you. Over 2 million men look great. Now you can save big while you move in 2024. Their stuff fits the way it's supposed to. It's going to fit properly around the arms, around the chest, and around the waist. So if you have a bit of a dad bod, not going to name names, me, True Classic stuff is going to fit you just the way it's supposed to. So if you're ready to upgrade your closet, shop now at trueclassic.com/chatsports. 25% off your order with that promo code, up to that figure. No matter how you move, make 2024 your most comfortable year yet with True Classic. That's trueclassic.com/chatsports. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. From Marcus Arnold, hard to win when your general manager is worried about getting fired. The GM literally has no skin in the game. I think he meant not worried about getting fired, by the way. Because Marcus is right. A little bit of desperation is a good thing. It is. Look at what the Bucs did a few years ago. That GM, Jason Light, was about to get canned. He was on the verge of getting fired, never being a GM again, was aggressive, and it worked out. Howie Roseman is aggressive. You don't have to go full-on rant, although Les Snead was about to get fired. They won a Super Bowl. Now they got job security. You have to have a little bit of desperation to be the type of aggressive team when the margins are so thin in the playoffs, when it sometimes ends up going really badly before you get blown out still, you need to have every tool at your disposal. How are you going to beat Mahomes if you're not aggressive? This team can build a playoff team. That's not enough. They need a little bit more desperation. Chris B, side note, but so jealous of Chiefs fans, not fair. This is how they used to feel about us. Granted, I was 2 when that stuff was happening, but that's how it used to be for the Cowboys. Speaking of the Chiefs, from Sean, can we steal Chris Jones? Wouldn't it be nice? I'd be surprised. You know how you get free agents to sign for less for you? You win a bunch of Super Bowls. Because then you're the ring-chasing team. And it's like, I can get $5 million from this team or $3 million on this one, and let's go make it happen. That's the route I would go if I were Chris Jones. Now, obviously, the number's way different. It's like, 30 or 27, whatever it is, but I wouldn't get my hopes up there. The Cowboys have said they'll go all in. I have my doubts. Chris Jones would be an all-in move, or at least a all-in move. Will they actually do that? Y for yes, N for no, sound off in the comments section. DC for L, another super chat, signed DeMarcus Ware as D-line coach and Sean Lee as linebackers coach. I love it. I don't know if they want to coach, though. Hiring those two as position coaches, I'm all for it. They're intelligent. They've got good technique stuff. They can coach you up. And Ware's done some kind of personal coaching stuff. He might just prefer that. Do you want to come deal with all the Cowboys drama as a position coach? Not get paid that much and have more stress in your life? Maybe not. But I'd do it in a heartbeat. Sam, hey, time to let my friend know that he's incenting the Cowboys get a top 10 pick for next year's draft. Draft Shedeur Sanders. Bring his dad to be on this coaching staff in some capacity. Deion has said he does not want to coach in the NFL. The things that make Deion a successful college coach, it's appealing to kids. It's recruiting. It's the NIL stuff. You can't do that in the NFL. It's a very different game for the ways Deion's going to win at Colorado, how he's going to win in the NFL. Just not going to happen. I was on Shedeur Sanders earlier. ESPN has very much overhyped him. He is not a guaranteed number 1 overall pick next year. He may or may not be a first rounder. I think a new scheme would be better for him, but he's also got to get rid of that ball a little bit quicker. The only way you get a top 10 pick is if Dak gets hurt or you bottom out. And even then, Sanders might not be the guy. I know how it's going to go. It's Deion's kid. He's going to get linked to Dallas, but I don't foresee Deion Sanders ever being the Cowboys head coach. He said he doesn't want to do that. I'm going to take him at his word. Antonio, is Jayron Kearse a commander? I think so. I think Dante Fowler's one too. Got some needs at those spots. Those guys love playing for Dan Quinn. They were Dan Quinn signings to a certain extent. Jayron Kearse didn't go well with Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. So why would it work now? So name a free agent you don't want to re-sign. Could be Kearse, could be Fowler, could be somebody else altogether. Free agents only. Guys not under contract. You know who I'm referring to. So sound off in the comments section right now. Big River Breaks. Cam called Purdy a game manager. If you swap the QBs from this game, Mahomes, the Niners, put to the Chiefs, would the results have been the same or a blowout? I mean, Mahomes had how many yards of offense in that game? I do think sometimes the game manager label can be a bit unfair. And maybe the Niners win that game if they don't lose Dre Greenlaw, because Burks got cooked in coverage, and that's how they kind of got Kelsey going. Look, I will say this part too. I think both defenses deserve some praise from that game. Like, neither quarterback was that good to start. And they turnovers, all that stuff. Like, the defense did their job. I thought whoever has Mahomes would have won that game, because the Niners had the better team. The Chiefs made some bigger plays, and they had Mahomes do some taking what the defense was giving him. Mahomes was a game manager for the first half of that game, and then he made a bunch of big-time plays with his legs, which he almost never does, and with his arm. So I don't know maybe it was a blowout because the Niners playmakers are so dynamic, and Shanahan with all that stuff maybe would work better. But I think that the Niners were damn close. Purdy was fine, but never quite made that one big play to end the game. Juwan Jennings did, crazily enough. Debo was pretty held in check. It's one of those games that I'm not going to put it all on or against the QB. Plenty of blame and credit to go around on both sides of the ball. From Mighty Ant, didn't we help the Eagles get Devontae Smith? They also stopped the Giants from getting him. So I was what I am worried about when it comes to the draft and just trading picks. I'm fine with it unless you're helping them get their quarterback. Otherwise, you're probably going to get good value and it's fine. Don't help them get a QB. Because for a second, I thought they were going to go trade up for Fields. And I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Which may have worked, maybe it wouldn't have worked in Philadelphia. But to an extent, yes. Or maybe they helped you get Micah and 4 picks. That's why it goes both ways with just draft picks. We have you covered with all the latest and greatest or not so greatest Dallas Cowboys news. Hit that sub button right now, youtube.com/@CowboysTV. Gary Sanderson, how would you feel if we drafted Nate Wiggins, cornerback from Clemson in round 1, if available? Round 2, the OT from Yale, I'm John Wiggins' name too, and Payton Wilson round 3. Be fine with it. I don't love the Yale tackle in round 2, but you're not going to have the best available options at that point, so it's probably fine. Payton Wilson, he might be a Cowboys round 2 pick because he's good. He just got double-digit surgeries. That's NC State's linebacker. Wiggins in round 1. It's a good corner class, and with what Zimmer likes to do, I would not be mad at another corner. Would not be the worst outcome. Ecuador man Amegadjie, who's a Pinnell-type defensive lineman for the Cowboys. You know what's funny is you can go back and find the videos. Let me pull it up here. I'm just going to drag this out a little bit here. I have advocated to sign Mike Pinnell in the past. That is somebody I have wanted this team to get before. He has been on our free agents list in years past. 2021, he was one of my top free agent targets for the Dallas Cowboys. They did not end up landing him. And he kind of bounced around practice squad-wise. Frankly, I think Hankins can play a similar role for you. And ideally, you get Mozzie Smith's weight up, and he becomes a better version of that guy. Pinnell was not doing that much. He just had a great Super Bowl 1, which is what you need. Need to have big-time impacts from some role players. Jason, trade up for Jackson Powers Johnson, draft Braylon Allen, and Liam, I think you mean Liam Eichenberg. So that's the Oregon center. You are light on draft capital. I don't really want to move up, but I would love to get the player. Braylon Allen is the back from Wisconsin, one of the youngest players in this year's class. Wouldn't hate it. I would love a third-round pick from as opposed to a round 2 pick. And Liam Eichenberg Tommy Eichenberg, sorry. Liam's the Notre Dame / Dolphins lineman. Tommy Eichenberg is the Ohio State linebacker. He's more of a throwback thumper. Third round, probably also decent for him. I think you can get a good linebacker and or back on day 2 and feel pretty good if you get a good offensive lineman in round 1.